Hey, quick discussion of answers and solutions to quiz 1-5. First question, which lines below are parallel to y equals 3x plus 2? Well, any line parallel to this one has to have the same slope as this one. The y-intercept is irrelevant. It does not matter. Pay no attention to the y-intercept. All that matters is the slope is the same. This line has the same slope and this line has the same slope. So the answers are lines 1 and 3. Also, when looking for lines that are perpendicular, all that matters is the slope. And the slope matters. This line's slope is 4. Any lines that are perpendicular to this one have to have a slope which is the opposite reciprocal of 4, which is negative 1/4. So any line which has that slope is going to be perpendicular to this one, this one, this one, and this one. It does not matter what the y-intercepts are. I mean, rough sketch here. Think about this. If I've got a line that looks like this, and I want to find a line or lines that are perpendicular to this one, I could have a line here, which is perpendicular to it, which has that y-intercept, a line here, which is perpendicular and has that y-intercept, a line there, which is perpendicular and happens to have the same y-intercept as the original line, but the other ones don't, and so on. This could go on forever. The y-intercept doesn't matter when it comes to parallel or perpendicular lines. All that matters is the slope, and for perpendicular, slopes must be opposite reciprocals. So 1, 2, and 3 for this one. Number 3, clearly the slope of this line is up 3 over 1. So here's part of the answer, but the y-intercept isn't being shown, and you've got to find it. Well, that's not hard. Go up another 3 and over another 1, and there's your y-intercept, plus 6. Okay. For this line, much more complicated. First, you've got to calculate the slope. Either way you do it, you should get negative 4/3. And then you've either got to plug that slope and the ordered pair 2, 6 into y equals mx plus b, or plug that slope and the ordered pair 5, 2 into y equals mx plus b. I'm not going to go through all these steps because it's all posted. But if you do the arithmetic and the algebra correctly, either way, you're going to get b is equal to 26/3. And so the final answer is y equals negative 4/3 x plus 26/3, because I asked for the equation of the line and not just the slope. All right, number 4. Here's the first line graphed, which I don't think, well, no, there were some people who got this wrong, because they put this line through the point -1 on the x-axis instead of the y-axis. This is the y-intercept. Folks, the y-axis is the one that goes up and down. So that's where line A is. B has a slope of -3 and a y-intercept of 0. A y-intercept of 0. That means this line goes through the origin. It has a slope of -3. So it's got to be going down left to right. So from the origin, down 3 and over 1. And there's one more good point. And recall, I told you, you only need to find me 2 good points. Okay? The first 2 points I would have found for line A would have been the y-intercept and then this one. And that would have been good enough. I mean, there's room to find another. Okay? But you really don't need to. Finally, x equals 5. That is a vertical line, because a vertical line goes through the x-axis at the number 5. So line C is over there. And B is this one. Finally, number 5. Again, if a line needs to be parallel to this one, it has to have the same slope as this one. Okay. This we should just ignore because it's nothing more than a distraction to solving this problem. This is unneeded information. It's irrelevant to solving the problem. What matters is the line that I'm asking you to draw, line K, has to have a slope of 2/3, and it has to go through this graphed point. So I would start drawing my line right here, and then I would go up 2 and over 3 to find another good point on that line. There you go. But if I want you to write the equation of the line, you're going to have to work your way backwards to find the y-intercept. So down 2 and over another 3, and there's the y-intercept. And so the rest of the equation is minus 1. Y equals 2/3 x minus 1. Okay? Same thing happens in this problem here. Again, all that matters is the slope, not the y-intercept. If this line has a slope of 2/3 and I want to draw a line that's perpendicular to it, it has to have a slope of -3/2, and it has to go through this point 2, 2. So I'm going to start there and I'm going to go down 3 and over 2. So the line is going down from left to right. But if I keep going in that direction, I'm not going to find the y-intercept. Now, I already know half the answer to this question here. It's y equals -3/2 x. Where's the y-intercept? Well, again, I'm going to have to go backwards, up 3 and over 2 there to find the y-intercept of +5. Again, these complete solutions are posted also. You can go reread them and take as much time poring over them as you like.